As promised, it is time for 3D Gaming Prawn.
But would you like your 3D portable?
Watching television in 3D may not be perfected just yet, but AVADirect is out to prove that playing games is with the Clevo 3D gaming laptop. Bundled with NVIDIA's 3D Vision Kit and a GTX 285M graphics card, this 15-incher is going to blow you away with the most engaging gaming experience. There's even an Intel Core i7 processor and 4 gigs of RAM, all starting at $1,750. Look at this whole thing on there.
Well,
look at that. I put that there. That's crazy.
Well, obviously, you need a place, you got a place to put your drink.
We gotta change the review.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came with a cup holder.
Yeah. Looks like a pretty typical gaming notebook. First of all, it's about 1.5 inches thick, which, you know, is fine. But
it's a gaming rig, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than
7 pounds.
Easy, easy.
7 pounds. Although, let's be honest, like some of the ones we've seen in the past have been like 9 pounds, 10 pounds. So it actually is smaller. They're getting smaller, but, you know, get a really thick, heavy backpack to
It would
carry
take
that around
an
in.
entire squadron of Tiny Morgans to heft this around, yes.
Fortunately, she has one.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I smell a multiplicity parody coming up very soon.
Tiny Morgan does not like to be made fun of.
That's a joke that 2 people with the lamest Netflix cues ever will get. I like the design myself. I have a laptop that's very similarly designed. I like the Ethernet in the back, the USB in the back, all easily accessible. There's also, of course, ports on the side. And it's plenty spacey, which we'll get to in a second. Plenty of room in there.
I mean, it's something we should talk about because a lot of gaming laptops don't really take into account that you actually need to play a game on it. They've just basically stuffed a lot of great components into a normal laptop.
Correct.
So how does this kind of change that?
So yeah, I think a big thing is spacing on the keyboard, especially when you're using the WA, S, and D keys. You don't want to get all cramped. The keys are widely spaced, so you can WASD all night long with no problems, and that's not filthy, I promise. The spot where your wrist rests, it doesn't interfere with the touchpad, which is very important. And on a lot of laptops, they'll bundle components under there so it heats up, and you end up getting some wrist burn. Not a problem on this one, so you're good. The touchpad, it is multi-touch and gesture enabled, but it doesn't work as well as it should. Look, you're probably going to use a gaming mouse anyways, but if you're using your machine for more than just gaming, if you're editing or just general web browsing, the multi-touch isn't going to work as much as that person keeps trying it. It's just not good. That got bizarre.
It seems like a little bit like an added-on feature, like, oh, Apple has that, we should.
Everybody else is doing it. Let's get on the multi-touch bandwagon. Doesn't work all that great, but overall, the most important thing is that it's easy to play a game for a long time on this machine. I've done it myself, so it works.
Okay, now the thing we should really talk about, of course, is the 3D. It has the NVIDIA, which is the 120 hertz, the true 120 hertz monitor, not the fake one. Like a lot of monitors will say they're 120, but they're not true 120.
Did we touch a sore spot? Did someone just poke that beehive with a stick?
I'm just saying, mine says 120, but it's not true.
All right, fair enough.
120. Was I a little upset? But so. Talk about that later.
It sounds like you need to get it off your chest before we continue with the show.
We'll talk about
Who sold you a bum monitor? Who did that to you?
We'll talk about the tranny first, and then we'll talk about my monitor.
Okay, good.
Okay, so it's NVIDIA. This is sort of tried and true technology. It has the glasses. This is not something that they made up themselves. This is something that you could actually purchase and put in your own desktop computer. It makes sense for a laptop, though, because you're going to be the only one using it. The problem with the 3D is that one person can experience it at once.
Right. I mean, unless you want to pony up and buy glasses for everybody, but I barely like my friends as is.
Your heads have to be like right next to each other. Your head would have to be like right
around the laptop, yes. It's like hobos around a flaming barrel. But the 3D Mark Vantage benchmarks make this laptop the 3rd fastest we have ever tested.
Yes.
It actually just barely scored lower than the Asus and the Origin. And of course, the games look really, really good. Gaming in 3D has very little crosstalk, which is that sort of ghosting thing that you get a lot. And it's just a better experience than watching a 3D TV, mostly because you're so intimate with it and you are so much closer and things are so much smaller, you don't really notice all that ghosting. But gaming on it was fine. We used the NVIDIA's bundled player. We downloaded it and loaded up some test videos. It was totally fine. 3D works. I mean, if you're on the 3D bandwagon, this is the laptop for you.
And I have to say, I played World of Warcraft in 3D, and it's fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah. It is.
No, I was going to make a World of Warcraft joke, and I was like, no, you actually really like the game.
I've heard them all. It's fine.
I bet you have.
All right, so this laptop starts at $1,750, but our machine that we have, as configured, as they say on the car commercials, $2,450.
This does have power seats and anti-lock brakes. Even at that price, we're giving it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's an all-around solid PC. It's got great performance. We recommend it. If you want to buy a 3D gaming laptop, you really can't go wrong with it.
Well, and we should say, if you're buying a gaming computer, you're spending more than this.
Yeah, typically, I mean, traditional beefy gaming rigs are that expensive anyway.
Absolutely.
So you might as well get the 3D, even if you're just going to wear the glasses to look sweet at night when you're rolling down Sunset.
You can look pretty sweet. All right, if you were just convinced to buy this laptop, I know I look amazing.
Yeah. Don't worry about the eye tumors you're getting from having shutters flickering as you're trying to read prompter.
I was really getting a little bit of a headache instantly. All right, we can knock $25 off for you because we're awesome like that.
No, we have a promo code. It's actually it's AOTS3D.
Okay.
If you order this over at AVADirect.com, you'll save like $25. So you're welcome if you choose to use it.